great video ahead. It's going to be a little bit different from normal. We are going to start off with a challenge, an uphill challenge. So you're going to need to grab some marbles, and someone else will explain the rest. And then there is going to be this first bit of what we're going to call Lockdown Diaries with Adam and Robin. So stay tuned for that.
Uphill battle. In this minute-to-minute version of pinball, the contestants must use the back of a spoon as a flipper to keep 3 marbles in constant motion as they roll down an angled surface. If the marble falls off the table, it's game over. Warning: this game has been known to cause addictive behavior. Failure to complete this task in 60 seconds may result in elimination.
Boys and girls, hope you're doing well. Welcome to the next installment of Lockdown Diaries, and we're joined today with none other than the man, the myth, the legend, Robinho. Welcome, Robinho. I was about to say Robin. I'll just introduce you as Robinho, so I'll just call you Robinho for the rest of the interview.
If you know, you know. Thank you, Adam.
Interview sounds so formal, doesn't it? It's not really an interview. A chat. This Lockdown Diary. But yeah, no, we just thought that we would do these with some of our leaders just to give you guys an opportunity to get to know them a little bit more. And they've got an opportunity to share some stuff with you about how they've been finding lockdown as well. And then how some of their experiences also point to a greater hope that they have. So I thought I'd just start by asking Robin some really deep questions, just go in really deep. So Robin, would you rather have a bar one or a Kit Kat?
Oh, no mercy. You just take it right to the heart. Have a 25-hour day or have a break, have a Nestle Kit Kat. Have a break. I'm a chilled guy, so Kit Kat's for me. Kit Kat is the one.
Kit Kat, nice. I like the reasoning as well. Logical. You've clearly been asked something like that before. Okay. Let's think of another one. Would you rather be able to teleport or to mind read?
Mind read, always. Who wouldn't want to know what's happening in Adam's head? Mind read, definitely.
You would, wow. I mean, I wouldn't want to know what's in my head, so I would have gone for teleport, but okay. Yeah, you're a brave man, Robin. You're a brave man. Okay. Yeah, I mean, so most of the people watching this will probably know who you are, particularly those who are in your group. But for people that don't, maybe even people in your group, could you just share with people a little bit about what you do and also what you've been up to during lockdown?
Yeah, awesome. Shout out to my group. If you know, you know. Those are my peeps. But if they don't know me, then I hope no one says that out loud. I'm Robin. I'm a university student at Wits. But because of lockdown, I've been sentenced back to my home in Northwest. So that's where I've been for the past few months. Still doing varsity online. And I'm also part of a ministry for students called Focus at Wits. So I've gotten to do that online as well. And then youth ministry, which has been fantastic. So those are 3 major things that I've been up to. And lockdown's been fun with all the people and all the things I've been up to.
Great, so that's really cool to hear, and it sounds like you've been incredibly busy as well. Had lots on your plate to keep you occupied, and we're both aware that lockdown has been also quite hard at points for various different reasons, and I'll just be eager to just hear more about maybe what have been some of the hard things that you've had to cope with during lockdown.
So probably the first thing I'd mention, and this is probably the most obvious, when I left campus a few months ago, when they'd first announced the lockdown, I thought this is only going to last a week. So I only packed a bag for 3 days. And then lockdown happened. So I am far from all my clothes. I have 3 days worth of clothes, and I've been wearing alternating pajamas for the past few months. So that's the first hardest thing that I've had to go through. Um, Coping with being studying online has been really difficult. Getting the hang of doing so many things online and coordinating them. Um, Also battling with trying to stay kind of thing. But very recently, one of my uncles on my mother's side passed on because of COVID-19, and that's been incredibly tough for my family and for the community that he served as a spiritual leader. So that's been incredibly difficult for us, knowing that we've been affected, having lost someone so close.
Mm. Yeah, sure. I'm really sorry to hear about your loss, Robin, and thank you so much for being bold to share that as well. Yeah, I find that in these times where, well, we've locked down, but just generally hard times, it can be easy, can't it, for Christians to jump in and to say stuff which is true as well, but can sometimes come across as a bit glib, can't it? You say God's in control. It's like we know that to be true in our heads, don't we? But sometimes the way it's communicated and the way we hear it can sometimes be like, oh, well, I felt that was communicated a bit insensitively. But like, do you feel even in what has been a really rough, even the last couple of weeks, but things that have been hard over the last few months, even, would you say that you've found any sense of hope, particularly in Jesus? And if you have, would you just be able to explain maybe a little bit more about what that has been?
Oh, definitely. I think even more than finding any hope, it's been where I've found my only hope
Mm,
in Christ and knowing that. And I think it's a very cool thing that you said there about how some things may be said insensitively. And I think that the character of Jesus during his lifetime and his ministry was not to say to people, well, God's in control, so get over it. But he had this compassion for people and this love for them that I think we could all learn from. And I think for me, it's been that comfort, knowing that yes, he is in control. Yes, he is completely powerful, and yes, he has already ordained all these things to work out for our good. But not just that, but he is a God who comforts us and strengthens us in these times. He's not just the sovereign hand that is sitting on a throne and expecting us to somehow get to the finish line, but he's carrying us right through, and he sustains us. And I think that's just the most amazing thing ever. Um, Paul speaks in Romans 8, and he speaks about all these troubles that we go through. And he says, I consider that these present troubles, these present sufferings that we go through are not worth comparing to the glory that awaits us. And so I think that future hope, knowing that we are secure in Christ as Christians, that future hope is so true and so amazing and something to look forward to. But even now, he offers comfort and strength and encouragement. And I think that's been the most helpful thing for me during this time, that he's not just expecting me to get over it, but that he's with me in my mourning, in my difficulties. He's there to give me comfort and strength. And that's very encouraging. And I think, as you mentioned about being the only hope, I think there are so many other things that could be giving us hope, that we could be pledging our allegiance to. But that response of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in Daniel 3, where they said to Nebuchadnezzar, when he asked them to bow down to these fake idols, they said, if it is your plan that we be thrown into this fiery furnace, our God is able to save us. But even if he doesn't, O King Nebuchadnezzar, may it be known unto you that we will never bow to your idols. And I think that's such a great encouragement, knowing that God is able to save us from all these things. But even if he doesn't, he still is the only God we will serve. And there's great comfort that I find in that.
mm. Oh man, oh man, I'm really encouraged to hear that you've been able to find comfort through that as well. It's such a joy to hear. Robin, thank you so much for sharing and for your time. Guys, I hope that you enjoyed that and you found something new that was about Robin. So thank you guys. Take care and enjoy the rest
Yeah,
of the video.
but mostly send clothes.
Yeah, extra pajamas. Mm.
Please.
Hi guys, so it was really good to hear from Robin, wasn't it? And it would be really good to hear from you as well. So if you've got some stories that you'd like to share, it'd be really good to hear from you. I know that's quite vague, isn't it, when I say stories? So maybe think about the following questions. Think about your experience of lockdown. Think maybe what has been one encouraging thing that has come from lockdown. It might be quite hard to think of that. But also think of one thing that has been quite hard about lockdown. And then finally, think about your hope in Jesus. Do you have a hope in Jesus? Maybe you don't. Maybe you want to consider that. And if you do have a hope in Jesus, then what do you think it is about that hope in Jesus which is encouraging and which has encouraged you over the last few weeks when maybe it's been quite hard and difficult? Consider those. Chat to people around at home, friends, family, and also talk to people in your group as well during the week. Post in group chats that you're in. It'd be really good to hear your answers to those questions. Guys, take care and looking forward to seeing you again next week. Peace out.